Hello and welcome back to our channel. This is the Learning Associate Network, where we partner with you in education consulting, instructional coaching, and transformative learning. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on something only a few professor or teacher or educator ever say out loud. At some point in every teacher's career, yes, even in higher academic level, they end up teaching something they do not fully know. Sounds uncomfortable or even controversial? Yes, stick around because we are diving into the truth about teaching outside your expertise, why it happens more often than you think, how it can be an hidden gift, and why students should extend grace in those moments. Whether you're a new lecturer or a tenured professor, at some point you'll be asked or required to teach a course you are not fully confident in. Maybe the course falls outside your research area, or maybe it's a last-minute assignment because a colleague left unexpectedly, or maybe it's even a course you have learned over a decade ago, or maybe the curriculum just changed all of a sudden and there you are standing in front of 100 students with a syllabus that is 3 chapters ahead of where your knowledge ends. That is not incompetence, it is reality. The truth is the world is changing very quickly. Fields are evolving, departments are being restructured, and sometimes educators must adapt on the fly. Someone might be asking that why can this be a good thing? Now, here's the beautiful part of all of this. Teaching what you don't know can actually be one of your most powerful growth experience as an educator. Why? Because it forces you to be humble and to continue to learn. Yes, when you go into a classroom environment having almost as little idea as the student, it humbles you and it makes you feel human as well. Number 2, it encourages you to better prepare and plan. I've been there, having to step into the class for the first time to teach a course. I found out that the 1 hour or 1.5 hours allocated to preparing for the class was never enough. I needed to take extra hours to be able to be ready to pass knowledge and transform lives as I would love to. And another why is that because it builds empathy for students who are also encountering the material for the first time. So that way, your vulnerability on letting the student know that you don't know everything builds empathy for the student. And number 4, it makes the teacher also a co-learner, modeling curiosity and intellectual flexibility. When students understand that you are also on a journey of learning, you are a better mentor to them because you are a faster learner compared to the student. Anyways, so when students say openly, I don't know this yet, but I'm learning with you, it fosters a classroom where we have a culture of exploration instead of perfection. And guess what? Students respect the honesty far more than false expertise. And another thing I like to tell you is that students can actually read you. They can see through you when you don't have all the answers or when you don't even know that subject or the content very well. I will share a quick story with you. When I started to teach, I taught in the college and I was teaching something that was totally out of my area of expertise. For people outside that space, they would think that it should be my base of expertise, but I can tell you it was not. It was absolutely not. So I had to spend nights reading, watching videos, and even asking colleagues for help. Yes, I always ask for help. But that semester, it became one of my most rewarding semester. My students saw me struggle. They saw me clarify. They saw me reflect. And in the process, they even saw me grow to become more comfortable teaching the same class. Now, when we turned classroom into a lab and not a lecture hall, that journey becomes one that is unforgettable for both the instructor and also the student. To students watching this, please hear me. Your professor is human. And yes, they have advanced degrees, they have titles, they have years of experience, but that does not make them omniscient, meaning that they don't know everything. When you sense that your professor is teaching something they are still learning, don't jump to judgment. Please extend grace. Better yet, be part of the learning process. Ask questions, share insights, make space safe for collective discovery. I have seen students jump on those opportunities as a time to make a ridicule of the instructor. Remember that some of the most transformating learning moments happen when teachers and student grow together. The truth is, teaching what you don't know is not a flaw. It is part of the calling. It's a reminder that education is not about showing off what you already know. It's about staying open, staying humble, and staying curious. So to every educator who ever felt underprepared or overwhelmed, you're not alone. You are in the middle of something beautiful and meaningful. And to every student, please be patient, be gracious, be engaged, because the best classrooms are not built on certainty, but they are built on shared discovery. I hope I've been able to share my 2 cents on teaching what you don't know, either because it's out of your area of expertise or because you've learned it a long time, or the curriculum suddenly changed before you can catch up with it. Again, if this video has helped you one way or the other, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share video with an educator or a student who needs encouragement today. See you in the next one, and remember, learning never stops.